I've got a GE washing machine, and the model listed here. I've unplugged the washing machine and turned off both the hot and the cold water. I'm now going to disconnect the water from the back of the machine. Next, I'm going to disconnect the drain hose from the back of the machine. Even though my washing machine was fully drained, as far as I knew, enough water came out to completely soak a large bath towel, so be prepared. I chose to lay my washing machine down on its face. This is the underneath. This is the water pump here. I removed the hose by squeezing the clamp with a pair of pliers and pulling the hose from the pump. I'm using a 14mm socket to remove 3 bolts that hold the pump in. Once you remove the 3 bolts, you can simply pull the water pump from the tub. Don't try to unplug the wire from here. You're going to have to get it unplugged from the inside. As you can see, the new pump comes with the wire. There are 3 more 14mm bolts that hold this plastic cover on. Once you remove those bolts, the cover comes right off. And you can see here where the wire harness plugs into the machine. You're going to need to squeeze down on the tab and pull it out. It's not easy to remove the cord from the tub here. You're going to need to get a pair of pliers and give it a good squeeze and pull. Once you have the old water pump out, we're going to install the new water pump by first bolting it into place. I put an extension on my socket, which got my ratchet outside the machine, made it a lot easier to put those 3 bolts in. It just sort of pushes into the machine and then you tighten that down with those 3 bolts. Next, we're going to reattach the drain hose. I used a pair of pliers to squeeze the clamp, get it out of the way, get the drain hose on, and then put the clamp back into place. The little plastic clamp just pushed easily back into the hole that I had removed the other one from. And then we're going to plug the wiring harness back into place here. Okay, that's clamped back in. It's secure there. All 3 bolts are tight. The hose is back on. I'm going to put the cover back on the bottom here. I put the 3 bolts back, holding the cover in place, and we're ready to tip it back up. Now that I've stood the washing machine back up, I'm going to reattach the drain hose. This hose clamp has a screw, which you loosen and tighten. I've installed additional plumber's tape here, so when I reattach my hot and cold water, we won't have any leaks there. Okay, everything's reattached. Hopefully I will have no more leaking under the washing machine, and every single load will spin out. Towels are spun out completely, and for the first time in 2 weeks, there's no water on the floor. The drain pump assembly change was successful.